Hello everybody, Live Overdrive here. This is Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor episode 10, and we have just defeated the man who is essentially the boss of chapter 1, Nago, the Moradel sorcerer, the greatest of the Moradel sorcerers before the arrival of the Six. He's the fellow here in the purple cloak from whom we received this broadsword, two-handed broadsword, and a note about, I think, fake notes about an invasion. So we'll for sure have to pass that information on to Prince Arutha. Meanwhile, we've gotten Locklear's sword down to 69%, which we're about a third of the way down to 10%, which is where I want to be when we finally get to grind our weaponcraft all the way up. And I'm excited about 100% weaponcraft, but I'm mostly excited about the piles and piles of money that we are going to make in that process. It'll basically ensure that we can buy absolutely anything that we want going forward, which is awesome. All of that is to say, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are finally going to make it to Krondor. We're almost there. I expect we got a couple of fights before we get there, and then we'll arrive. And we'll see what happens when we get there. For now, let's continue back on down the road. As I recall, there's some Quegian pirate bodies up here that we fought before we fought Nago. And the fight kind of teleported us forward a little bit. You know what? There's a lot of hills and stuff around here. I think I'm gonna have Owen cast Eyes of Ishap, my new favorite spell. Nothing. There are no treasures about that we missed. Well, alright then. I kind of find that hard to believe, to be honest, because there's some side paths here, and I guess they don't go anywhere. I think we didn't go down this one that's slightly behind us, so let's check that out. That might just go to that Quegian pirate fight. I keep wanting to say Keshian pirates. Different nations. I don't know if Queg is based off of any particular country or culture in the real world, or if they're just kind of... I always got the impression that they were like kind of your I don't know what you call it, like you're just everybody's a pirate nation, but I don't know. I don't actually know if any of the books ever go to Queg. It's possible they do in the Serpent War, but I don't recall. Hey, speaking of Quegian pirates, there's some right here. They agreed to attack. Let's see if we can catch them off guard. Their attack was unexpected. Eyes wide with surprise, the enemy scrambled around hopelessly. Not wanting to waste their momentary advantage, Locklear barked several quick orders and the battle was joined. Only 2 of them, that is not so bad. Alright, send Lockie forward. That one's gonna shoot. You know, normally Owen goes first. That's weird that he's going after Garth and Locklear. I don't know how initiative works in this game at all. Oh! We've not rested. Owen has 7 hit points left. So he is gonna use 4 of those to make himself invulnerable for the next 4 turns with Skin of the Dragon, because I'm a little stupid and forgot to rest after the literal boss fight that we just had. But I still think, oh yeah, Owen can rest during this period. That's actually really handy. And he will recover more health than he spent on the armor, so good deal. I'm still gonna try and do all my damage with Locklear to try and knock his sword down, but I will at least have Gorith run interference, so that Owen doesn't get hurt. Alright, Locklear got a kill on one of the dudes. Gorith's just gonna chill. Owen is gonna chill. And Locklear's gonna hit the other guy. Oh, or he'll be deflected. Alright, Owen, you hang out, recover some health. Locklear, bro. Actually, Locklear could also be damaged. Nope, he's still in positive stamina, so his stats are not yet affected. It's good. Alright, another hit from Locklear. This guy's probably about done. Owen's armor is gone, but this guy doesn't seem interested in him at all. So we're just gonna keep resting. Go for it, Lockie. Ah, I miss. Resting again. Ah, he's running away, but his stats are so low that he can only move 1 square at a time. And Locklear with the kill. The battle is won. Search the bodies. Gorth's stealth ability has increased. That's... Oh, from the sneak attack. That's very cool. I mean, it makes perfect sense that your stealth goes up if you successfully do a charge, but it never occurred to me. So, yeah, all of our stealth is doing pretty good. Oh yeah, Owens is poor right now because he is very gravely injured. So we're gonna rest right after this, but let's search these guys. We got some Moradel Lamprey. We got a broadsword that I don't really care about. But I do want to sharpen at least for the sake of experience. Ooh, we actually are not carrying any regular broadswords. We'll give this lamprey something to Owen. All right, give this broadsword to Locklear to sharpen, and then immediately give back to the body. And then we got a crossbow. Owen can hang on to that for a minute. I don't think we need a shovel. Alright, we're good. Alright. Let's give Owen an herbal pack. And let's rest until... Oh, Locklear could use one too. Yeah, we'll give Locklear an herbal pack, why not? Alright, and now we'll rest till morning and see how these guys are doing. Owen could still use some more. How about noon? Yeah, alright, we're good now. Phew, that could have been a disaster if I hadn't noticed that Owen's health was 7. Start of the battle, I could have had him cast himself to death. Speaking of death, looks like we got a Moradel warrior ahead. Potentially more than one. I think I see... two Moradel warriors and 1 Quegian pirate. 2 Quegian pirates. The enemy was not surprised. In fact, they seemed eager to accept the challenge and move forward to meet the failed charge. Weapons at ready, shouted Locklear. Looks like we're going to have to fight this one on their terms. I've read that line a lot. Oh boy, we got 2 Moradel warriors and 3 Quegian pirates. That is something. And you know what that means? Is we really need some skin of the dragon. I'm a little puzzled right now because Owen's stamina is only 16. That is pretty low. I don't recall it being that low. Even just from road resting. So that's odd. I don't know what's up with that. That is upsetting to me though. Alright, Skin of the Dragon, we're going to give that one to Locklear. Locklear's going to attack this Quegian pirate. And he's going to be our tank as well. While Gorth just chills, although I'm going to Skin of the Dragon him also. Hopefully Owen will be left alone. Now it is possible that... So Owen just got hit by another crossbow bolt. It's possible that he got hit by one in the first turn and I just didn't notice. And that's why his stamina was reduced. Alright, we're gonna have to actually have Gorth swing his sword around. That's fine. Owen needs to get free so he can put Skin of the Dragon on himself. Oh no, I moved Locklear instead of attacking. Hate it when I do that. Alright, good. He can Skin of the Dragon himself now, which is excellent. And then he can just rest and recover some health. So that's really great. Alright, Locklear, kill this dude. That's not how we kill dudes, Locklear. Alright, I think Gorth can just sit on his laurels for now. We're gonna have these dudes hurting pretty soon. Alright, this guy's starting to run away, so I'm gonna have Locklear go for him. Nice kill, Locklear, good job. Gorth, just chill. Well, no, Gorth, you need to attack, because we need to get your swordplay up. And this battle's gonna take too long if I just try and grind Locklear's sword down to nothing. So... Owen, though, you need a rest, my dude. You're at 26 health. That is too low. I wonder if Owen's armor is crap or something. I don't know, that stamina seemed too low for me. Even if he took an 8 hit point hit from a crossbow bolt, that doesn't seem right. I don't know if he's... I don't know what's up with him. It's weird. It's upsetting. Another kill for Locklear. Nice job. We got one guy left, Mordell Warrior. Gorth just did a walloping 27 damage to him. Owen is resting, and Locklear for the kill. Yeah, nice hit, Lockie. Alright. 5 guys. Could go for some French fries right now. Because 5 guys is a... Yeah, you get it. Alright, we got a broken crossbow that we just don't have room for right now. We can repair these guys' swords, I guess that's fine. And give them back. I happen to know that we can sell all these weapons in Krondor. So, as soon as we get there, all will be well in the world. Say, by the by, do you happen to notice that this guy is carrying a medium crossbow? Experimentally, Owen snagged the bow back, grunted as he creaked violent complaint. It was a powerful crossbow, strong enough a bolt fired from it would likely puncture a common soldier's armor. Not sure why Owen knows anything about that. He can't fire a crossbow, but oh well. We're going to give that to Gareth, if I can find room for it. Alright, if I give... Alright, we can give one crossbow or one sword to Locklear. And then we can give this crossbow to Gareth, who can swap it for his light crossbow. There we go. We're in business. I'm gonna have him adventuring it, as well as sharpen his own sword, maintain his own armor. Oh yeah, Owen's armor is very low. He's only got standard kingdom armor. I'm gonna actually, since Gorth has so much health, I'm gonna do a swap. We're gonna give Goreth's armor to Owen, and we're gonna give, yeah, we're gonna have Goreth then repair Owen's old armor and wear that. Okay, much better. I feel good. Alright, sword, we probably sharpened that. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, not repairable. Okay, so we've done that one already. Good. Moving along, first Quegian Pirate. I'm pretty sure this is the guy we actually just looked at. Some restoratives. Cool, we got some food that is not poisoned. Surprising. Alright. And a sword to repair. And immediately give back. All in the name of experience points. Ladies and gentlemen. That's the same guy again. These bodies are hard to click when they're all clumped up like this. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Oh, that does not seem like a better angle. And yet it is. Some perfectly okay rations, which we will share with our party. We got another whetstone, and we're just all full up. Junk. Alright, do we really need another whetstone? That one has 9. This one has 7. Alright, we'll ditch that one. And why are we carrying these shells? They're not worth anything. I want to keep everything, man. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the shells. They're really just not worth anything at all. At this point in the game, we've got better stuff. So, sword to Locklear. Alright. Try that again. Sword to Locklear. Sharpen the sword. Put the sword back. Marvelous. Okay, and I think we've only searched 4 guys. Maybe we've done all 5. Hard to say. I think we're good. I don't think they would have been carrying anything all that interesting. Oh, and look at this. This is a 4-way crossroads, which means we have arrived in Krondor. Let's check it out. Turn this way and head on in. The path turned. After a few minutes of traveling, the roadbed began to slope toward the sea, leading eventually through a pair of iron gates into the majestic seat of the principality. Krondor, Locklear said with a sigh that seemed to indicate both relief and concern. If assassins have been sent against us, it seems a safe bet that they'll be lying to wait for us between here and the palace. What's your guess, Goroth? Do we go in now or not? Well, yes, we do. They always say there could be an ambush here, and there literally never is, at least to my knowledge, which is funny. Ah, here we are in Krondor. Majestic music, beautiful oceanside town. Gulls wheeled in the skies over the capital of the Western Realm, weaving daring circles about the parapets of the palace, narrowly avoiding the prince's standards, which fluttered in the salty breeze. Below, the city folk of Krondor took little notice of the majestic display as they hurried about their own affairs. So this is Krondor. Got a few things we can look at here. There's a sewer. We've got a shop over here, as well as a shop over here. This is, I think, the only city with 2 shops in it, because it's the capital of the region we're in. There's an inn we can stay at and rest up. There's the palace, of course. And I believe somewhere around here there should be a little spyglass or magnifying glass. There usually is. I'm not finding it, though. Maybe there isn't one in Krondor. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. You can use the arrow keys to move around. No. Inn, palace, sewer, shop. Yeah, alright. Well, let's start with the inn, because our guys are tired and road-worn. Let's talk to this guy here. Locklear motioned to the figure across the room, and the man walked over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively. Nivek! Wow, he is gaunt. Looks like somebody I can't put my finger on. Some, like, character from something. Anyway, Senor Locklear, good to see you. Interesting news, interesting news. Nivek, you old rascal, got your ears to the grapevine again, eh? What is it this time? I've been to see Nia at the Sixth Toe near Sethanon. I can't really talk about it right now. Why don't you come back later and see me? We will, good friend. Take care. Interesting. How about this guy here? The man scowled, apparently far more intent on something going on across the common room. He seemed uninterested in Locklear's repeated attempts to chat. At last he glanced up and gave an exasperated sigh. What exactly do you want? Just a friendly talk, Locklear said with a companionable smile. News, gossip, a song perhaps? Well, go find a bloody jungler then and leave me be. I've got better things to do than entertain every jackaboot that comes through that door. We've read that one before, but it's a good one. Alright, we got an innkeeper, we got a barmaid. Barmaid will probably sell us food and stuff. Yep. Pretty average prices, maybe a little higher than normal. And we can bard. But let's go to the innkeeper first, because Owen's barding's not going to be very good. 8 sovereigns for the night, honestly. Not that bad. Surprised it's not more here in the capital. Right, we are close to full, but we're gonna give it another night. Let's get our guys up to full health. There we go, nice. Alright, and finally, let's do some barding. Nice job, Locklear. Bet we'll get a lot of money here, because it's a big city. 180 sovereigns! I had no idea it goes that high. I thought it was maxed out at like a low hundreds. Wow, that's fantastic. This is why barding is so good, and it resets every chapter, so every chapter we can do that. Nice. Fantastic. Well, I don't think there's anything else in the inn for us, so let's move along. We've got 2 shops to go to. We've got this one on the right, we'll go there first. Gorth snorted. The market district in Krondor, he said, containing his amusement. Why don't we just take all our possessions and give them away instead? The markets are thick as porridge in there, and the local merchants hike up the prices accordingly. Better off buying outside of the city. And yet we go in anyway. Side of the Eagle. The lay of the goods store was comfortably familiar. Ranged at a common sense, I'm pretty sure that's always pretty much exactly the same. Alright, buy and sell. We got weapons. And armor. And that's marvelous. And apparently a Mordell brooch, so we can probably sell our extra Mordell brooch here. That's very nice. Alright, let's unload some of this crap. Mordell lampreys, 14 sovereigns. Mordell lampreys, 16 sovereigns. Two-handed broadsword, 50 sovereigns, 9 royals. Small light crossbow, 16 sovereigns. Amulet of the Upright Man, he doesn't want to buy that. Fine. Another two-handed broadsword, 51 sovereigns. Light crossbow, 9 sovereigns. Mordell brooch that he inexplicably buys, 35 sovereigns. A shell that I forgot to drop, 3 sovereigns. Anything else in Owen's inventory? Nope. Gorth, we got light crossbow, 16. Another light crossbow, 16. Another light crossbow, 5. Wow. And one more light crossbow for 9. Mordell lamprey for 15. Will he buy the Alphamum's Icer? 38 sovereigns. You got yourself a deal, buddy. I think that's all we want to sell. Cool. We got a few more things. We got at least... I would like to get rid of this book, but I don't think we can sell that. That's fine. We got this Amulet of the Upright Man to sell. That's just a valuable... We could conceivably get rid of some of our whetstones. We've got a lot. They're not worth much, so I'm just going to hang on to them. Is there anything that we want to buy? We could get a Mordell lamprey. We could get a Keshian tape here. I don't think it's worth it to get a Keshian tape here. Remember last time I bought a sword, we ended up finding exactly the same sword, like, in the next fight? We're not going to do that. Alright, let's leave this shop. Let's check out the other shop. Same text about the market district of Krondor. Touched stone gems. Oh, a new description. While many of the things in the shop glittered gold or silver, Locklear was traveled enough to know that the items of greatest value were not on display. Instead, they would be locked away elsewhere, brought out by the owner only if he believed that his customers had honest intentions. Alright, we got Ring of Prander, we got a bunch of gemstones, Amulet of the Upright Man, that's good because we're going to sell ours, and we got some new keys, Key of Lineages and a Virtue Key. Well, as the Ring of the Golden Way, we've talked about that before, improves your scouting, and Dragonstone, which does something to your armor that I don't really care about. Don't think we need the keys because Locklear is the best lockpick in the world. So let's just sell our Amulet of the Upright Man and be on our way. 101 sovereigns and 2 royals. Oh, yes, please. We got 1 use of Ring of Prander left, so... decline. I'm gonna buy a new one. And I'm gonna haggle for it. 64 sovereigns. Fine. I like Rings of Prander better than torches because they last a lot longer. And... ergo, they take up less space in the inventory. Of course, I'm still carrying torches because I don't know why. Anyway. Alright. Put this off long enough. Let's go see Prince Arutha in the palace. Locklear made a face as he shook the bars. For all the troubles he had been through to get them all alive to Krondor, the locked palace gates simply added insult to the injury. Calling out to the gatemaster angrily, he pounded the hilt of his sword against the portcullis. Stirred by the racket, a young man liveried in the colors of the Krondorian lancers strode out of his watchhouse and squinted at them, snapping up his bardic? I actually don't know how that's pronounced. It might be Bardic, which leaned against the interior wall. Would you get this gate open, please? Locklear said. We have business with the prince. Can't help you, senor, the guard replied. The gate mechanism is broken, has been since 3 nights ago. Unless you and your companions have a mind to climb on the walls, there won't be any getting through here until we can find the plans for the portcullis. Castle engineer is absolutely livid. Locklear accepted the news with irritation, but knew of nothing else that could be done. Could you go and get Prince Arutha for me then? It's a rather urgent matter. Again, the guard shook his head. He's in a meeting with Pug of Stardock and some Serani fellow named Makala. Makala's the guy with the ruby that we returned. Gave explicit instructions that he wasn't to be disturbed unless the castle's burning down around their ears. Could you at least find Senior James? The guard cut him off with a shake of his shaggy head. Been missing for 2 days. No one knows quite where he's ought to, but you know how James can be. Locklear nodded. All too well. My bump of trouble tells me he's looking for whoever sabotaged the gate. Bump of trouble is a phrase that James used in the books. He had kind of a sixth sense for, kind of a spidey sense, his bump of trouble. It's like, something's up, intuition, whatever you want to call it. I guess Locklear, because they were like buddies as teenagers, he must have picked it up from him. Sabotage? The guard looked puzzled, as if the thought hadn't occurred to him. Oh, sorry. Sabotaged? The guard looked puzzled, as if the thought hadn't occurred to him. Why would anyone do that? I'm not sure, but if the thought occurs to me, I can guarantee that it has occurred to Senior James. Resheathing his sword, Locklear bid the guard farewell and motioned for his companions to follow him. I have a feeling that the only way to solve both our problems is by going through the sewers that lead beneath the city, Locklear whispered, hurrying them to the northern gate. There's a secret passage that will lead us into the palace, as I also suspect we may bump into Senior James down there as well. That's right, we can't get into the palace right now. We have to go through the sewer. Locklear led the way down. Twice he nearly lost his footing on the treacherous climb, but at last they arrived safely on a precipice of the rock just below the northern gate. And there we have the sewer door. Too thick to allow a determined effort at entry, the door was probably set over the sewer entrance to prevent odors from offending visitors passing through the northern gate. So we could enter there. But we're not going to do that yet, because that actually, once we get to the end of that, will be the end of the chapter. And mechanically, there's a couple reasons we don't want to do that. Maybe one main reason. Basically, every chapter, some of, or most of, or all of, I'm not sure which, the fights on the main map, the world map, reset. They change. I think some of them are persistent between, but if we ended the chapter now, we would be leaving experience on the table that we could otherwise be using to get our guys better at fighting. And I simply cannot abide that. So, we've got here, we know that we're going to have to go through the sewer, but we're not going to do it yet. We're going to leave Krondor, and we're going to take a look now at the world map. After we check on Gorlith's abilities, which have apparently increased. Barding has gone up to 12. He's a regular horrible singer now. His defense has gone up and his accuracy melee have gone up. I must have missed those from a combat before. But I'll take it. Alright, Owen's health and stamina. Yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of stamina. I don't know what was up with... I don't know why it was so low at the beginning of that fight. Something was weird, but... Anyway, he's maxed now, which is great news. You save quick, and let's take a look at this world map. So here we are at Krondor, which is the southernmost point of our available map. The Western Realm, which is pretty much the map here, roughly comprised of a pentagon. And we're at the southern point. So, we have been all along this western loop here, as well as the southern ocean side pathway. This whole northern section way at the top, Armengar, Harlech, Sargoth, all of these cities, we can't go there right now. That is Moradel territory. And various blockades here, I believe, will prevent us from going up there. We ran into one by Tirsog. I think there are other similar ones at High Castle and North Warden. But I don't remember, and we can maybe check that out when we get up there. But I know from a recent playthrough of Chapter 1 that I did, just kind of experimenting with various buffs and stuff. It was actually, I started it before I decided to do the Let's Play. But I know that there are fights all along all of these roads. There's a lot to see and do, but not a lot of story. But there is some. that we would miss out on otherwise. So I do want to start go up through Tenners and Egley. That'll take us to Hawk's Hollow. And then from there, we may go on into the forest, the Dimwood Forest. That is a large kind of open area full of unspeakable horrors and unimaginable treasure. Or we may hook north and go through Eld Point High Castle, Wolfram, Mathematica's creator, I guess, Wolfram Alpha, then Camp on the Teeth, North Warden, etc. Go basically all through this northern road and back around. So we might do that too. We'll see. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to fight. But I believe it will go faster than the western section just because this western section is populated the most because they expect you to kind of focus on this area in the first chapter. But they don't stop you from going to the other areas, and there is stuff there. So with that being said, let's head up north to Tenor, which I believe is going to be this pathway. But let me just double check that. Yes, this is going to take us north to Tanner's. And these crossroads are always so confusing to me, especially when I go off the road chronically because I'm looking for treasure, but sometimes I get hopelessly turned around and very confused. So we may see strange messages as we go this way because I'll show the map again. They expect you to pick one of these two routes to get to Krondor, either the route that we took along the coast or this kind of inner road along the forest. So we may run into messages that, like, assume that we are going south to Krondor. But not always, interestingly. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll, oh, I got turned around. Oh, no. North. I think this is where I want to go. Oh! I just saw a guy on the screen, but I didn't catch myself fast enough. And now we're fighting some Quegian pirates. Owen can't cast. Alright, hide behind Locklear, Owen. And Locklear, start hitting dudes. Nice hit, Locklear. Alright, our boys are surrounded, and they're started going for Owen. Don't love that. Locklear, hit this man. Ah, he missed. How dare you. Alright, Gorth is gonna defend. Owen, you're just gonna defend too. Locklear's gonna try and kill the guy that's trying to kill you. Meanwhile, Gorth can defend. Owen can defend. Go for it, Locklear. Sorry, I forgot. I wasn't gonna have Gorth defend anymore because I want him to get better at sword fighting, so. Owen, however, there's no reason for him to run away because they're just gonna follow him. So, man, our guys are not hitting well. This is embarrassing. Okay, Owen can cast now. But he can't hit anybody with a flame cast, so I'm gonna have him move up here so he's in range of the other two fellows. Alright, Locklear, good hit. Gorth, let's see what you can do. Nice hit. Oh, damn, the other guy went for Owen. Okay, defense time, Owen. Locklear, kill this man. Thank you. Gorth, kill this man. One guy left, currently attacking Owen, who was successfully able to defend himself. Locklear, good hit. Gorth, good hit. That guy's almost dead. We're gonna have Owen chill and have Locklear go in for the kill. Good job, my friend. Alright. Locklear's defense ability has increased. I don't even know if Locklear was attacked that entire time, but I'll take it. I don't think any of us took a lick of damage that whole time, which is nice. Alright, let's search these fellows. Also curious to check out how damaged Locklear's sword is now. 49%. Oh, we are getting close. I think that now that it is more damaged, I think it's going down faster, which is great. I was worried at first, because up in the high ranges, it really doesn't seem to go down quickly at all. Alright, let's do some maintenance here. Gorth needs to repair his sword. I don't think any of their armors were damaged. Lockler's is in rough shape, though, so we'll have Gorth repair that one. Nicely done, Garth. Alright, I think we are good. Alright, let's search these men. Oh, well, I assume they're men. There's not a lot of pixels there, and they're just known as pirates, so let's search these people. And we'll take the restoratives, we'll take the crossbow. Locklear can repair this broadsword, and then immediately ditch it because they're just not worth that much. And we'll leave the rest. I probably should be picking up quarrels, because I think they actually sell for a decent amount, but that's alright, I don't want to mess with it. We got some spoiled rations. Alright, not gonna eat those. Locklear, I hope you like repairing swords, because you're doing it again, my friend. And I don't think we need any of this other stuff. We got, oh no, we gotta take that crossbow. Alright, we'll leave the armor and the quarrels as per usual. Can't click the third guy, so let me reposition and see if I... Well, I still only see two guys. Okay, well I found the third one anyway. Good deal. Take the money, take the crossbow. We're looking at some perfectly fine rations, which we will share with party. And Locklear can repair another sword. Nice. And that is that for that fight. Locklear's weaponcraft is 75. Not too shabby. Alright, let's continue northward. I thought for a moment that I saw a chest over here, but it looks like I was mistaken. You know what? I've just realized. There was a fight that... 2 fights ago, I think it was, when I was complaining that Owen's stamina was low and I couldn't figure out why. I think I had cast Eyes of Ishap, and that cost 10 stamina. So that must have been why. And then I think he took a hit from a crossbow bolt at the beginning of the fight as well. So that would have been a total of 18 stamina down. Yeah, that checks out. That makes sense that he only had like 12 remaining, or 15, or whatever it was. Anyway, we found a chest while I was babbling, and it is a Mordell chest. What do we got? A nice long clue. Love that. It flies without wings, strikes without beak, teeth, or talons. It has no eyes on its pointed head, but it can kill birds in flight. It's gotta be an arrow, right? Curious that they use arrow instead of quarrel when they don't have arrows in this game, but that's still what we all think of when we think of such projectiles. Okay, we got some gold. Nice. We got a crossbow. Pretty much the usual kit that we find on these pirates at this point. We'll repair the sword, put that back, and we'll leave the armor and the sword behind because they're just not that valuable. Cool. I love a Mordell chest, even if it didn't have, well, to be honest, scrolls. That's what I wanted. I wanted scrolls, but can't always get spells when we find chests. I have encountered the tail end of a side path as I wandered off behind a hill, and looks like there's another chest at the end of it. I wonder if this is a Mordell chest or it's something else entirely. Let's check it out. It is another Mordell chest. Good. Alright, Gorth scan the runes, etc. Alright, they feel no pain, no sorrow, no greed. They have no anger, no hatred, nor need. 2 words. Currently says shitwezd, but I think it's probably the dead. I feel like that's a common, like, edgy medieval clue, is to use, like, the dead to talk about, you know, oh, it's a person who doesn't need something. I don't know. Seems to be a common trope. Alright, we got a crossbow. There's some torches and armor here that we don't really care about. So we got a ring of Prander and better armor. And armor doesn't sell for that much. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the main path now, because I fear I may have missed some things. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit until we find our Queggian pirate friends. There they are. Alright, and it's nighttime, so we'll have a little snooze. Our guys didn't take any damage, did they? That is really marvelous. Alright. Go back to where we just were and continue on northward, scouting outside the path all along the way. Thought for a moment again that I saw somebody, but doesn't seem to be the case. Now I'm gonna guess that there's gonna be more bad guys up ahead pretty soon here, because it's been a little bit now, and they're pretty thick. Alright, well, we got a side path, so let's check this out. One we haven't seen yet. It's just goes nowhere. Big empty field. Alright. Not particularly exciting. Gotta wonder, why is that path there? Oh, Lockler swallowed hard. Watch the enemy creeping closer. I must have just missed them. Oh, we got a rogue and 2 Wegian pirates. Owen is being menaced by the rogue. We'll get him out of there for now. Lockler, go kill that rogue, please. Good job. He's not dead, but he did damage him. And it looks like the other 2 are going for Gorth and Lockler, which is great. Owen, you're going to defend yourself until such time as the guy attacking you can no longer do so, and you can cast. Drawback of casters, they can only cast if nobody's next to them. Alright, Lockler brought that guy down, which means Owen's going to be able to cast now. Oh no, one of our guys finally took a hit. Lockler took 10 damage. That's okay though. Alright, Owen, let's get you in range of a flame cast. Meanwhile, Lockler and Gorth can attack their respective targets. Nice hit, Gorth. Alright, flame cast. 10 points. Target the guy in front of Lockler. Good hit, Owen. 30 damage. Didn't kill him. I'm kind of surprised. He took a few hits. Alright, Lockler brought him down though. And the last guy is running away. Lockler can probably bring him down. Yep, got him. Nice. Easy fight. Lockler's accuracy melee has increased. That is fabulous. 82, that's not bad. Gorth at this point is up to 66, which is not terrible. It's sure not 82 though. Alright, search these guys. We got some more restoratives. I am always giving those to Owen, for the simple reason that he has the ability to give health to other people through Gift of Sung, and his main ability comes from spending his health, so feel like that's a good use. We have more lockpicks that I don't think we will ever need, but that's okay. Another sword to fix up. Imagine if we had like a pack animal and we could have just hundreds of swords. Okay. Leave that guy's armor and sword behind. Now I gotta try and click. There's 2 Quegian pirates' bodies overlapping just slightly. Oh, and I got it. Nice! Alright, we got another crossbow. Gorth is full of crossbows at this point. We'll give it to Owen. Yeah, Gorth is carrying 5 crossbows. And we'll give Lockler this next sword. Repair it. Give it back. Fantastic. Alright. Leave the sword, armor, and quarrels behind. And let's get back to the main path here. I believe I'm facing... Okay, I'm going the right way. Good. Whenever there's a break, in continuity, I get turned around, it seems. Because the road doesn't always go the general direction that it's going, as roads are wont to do. Searching behind a hill here. Didn't find anything. Never do. Alright, looks like we've come upon a town. So, cool. The signpost says... Tanneur. Tanneur. Tanners. Spelled T-A-N-N-E-U-R-S. Like a French word. Small town. Couple of houses. Looks like an inn and a shop. And it's actually getting to be nighttime now. So I think we'll go spend the night in the inn. Seems like a nice thing to do. Locklear sniffed. Stepping just inside the tavern's doorway, he detected the faint but familiar scent of lye and more pungent aromas they were meant to erase. It would be a foolish tavern keeper who neglected to have a cleaning boy close at hand wherever men drank in excess. Tom's Tavern. Bustling place. Got a couple of people to talk to. Alright, let's oh, is there no inn? No. A barmaid. We can bard. Inn, there it is. Good. Okay, I was worried for a minute there. Alright, let's talk to some people. Good day, Locklear said. Without turning his attention toward them, the man responded, I normally enjoy talking to travelers, but today I'd rather just enjoy my ale. Very well then, Locklear replied, heeding the man's wishes. Perhaps we will return another time. Alright, we'll talk to this other guy slumped by the door. A shifty-eyed man motioned them over. Boys, he said, Snake Eyes Spitzer's the name. You feeling lucky tonight? You're looking lucky. How about a game of dice? Gambler looked up. Making a fist, he shook it under Locklear's nose, then smiled wickedly as he opened his palms to reveal a pair of dice. The game is dice, my friend, the gambler said, sitting back down. Winner wins half as much as he bets. How much gold will you wager? I don't know if I've ever played this before. I think I might have when I was much younger, but I don't know how it works, but I can only assume it's a scam. But we got a lot of gold, so let's try it. I'll bet 10. Ruthia smiled on them, scooping up his shining winnings as graciously as possible. Locklear deposited their 1 sovereigns with as much discretion as possible. I hope you have better luck in the future, Locklear said with a nod. Gambler shook his head. I'm afraid I've come to the end of my funds, he said. Perhaps when I have recouped my losses, we can play again. Locklear nodded. I would enjoy that very much. Good day to you. Okay, so we won 5 gold. A little silly, but alright, I'll take it. Let's talk to this bowman here. Locklear cleared his throat. Glancing up from the business of cleaning his fingernails with a boot knife, the man regarded them frostily, motioning with the tip of his knife for them to quickly make their business known. It's a very nice knife. Cashian, isn't it? Locklear commented carefully. Where did you chance to purchase it? The man smiled, showing uneven brown teeth. Who said I bought it? Korath said, taking hold of Owen's shirt sleeves. Well, I think my companion here promised me a drink before we came in, and I think it's well nigh time I collected on it. Good day to you. Perhaps we can speak again. They're always so polite. I would have just been like, I see, and walked away. But, you know, I also probably would not have talked to a person in a bar holding a knife. That would be very scary. IRL. Alright, let's talk to this woman here. Locklear tapped the woman's shoulder. Slowly she turned to look at him, but rather than greeting him with a smile, in her gaze was a look he had thought reserved only for things that crawled on the ground or lapped up at table leavings in the dooryard. What do you want? I was hoping perhaps we could talk, Locklear ventured. Pass the time with a little conversation? Why? She said curtly, opening his mouth to reply, but suddenly finding himself bereft of adequate speech, he made a small sound which he was certain sounded quite unmanly. Stabbing him with her exquisitely beautiful stare, she smiled. I thought as much. Goodbye, sir. I'm sure you have a brilliant oratory career before you. Oh, Locklear, you silly man. Alright, what does the barmaid got for sale? Day's rations. A lot of money for rations. They look very appealing. Got a banana, grapes, other fruits and things in the background. Lovely. Queggy and brandy and ale. Don't know what the drug condition does to you, but it is a condition you can get. It makes your stats go down, but I don't think it does any good for you. Alright, let's bard. Owen strummed the lute. Before you get started, I think you should know we've tapped out our entertainment fund, the tavern keeper said quietly. If you play here, it'll only be for your own amusement. Well, that's very odd. Have we been here before? I don't think we have. Huh. Okay. That's odd. Normally that is what would play... that's what it would say if you had already barded at a place. But, I guess it did it here. I realized that we forgot to go to the inn. So let's go to the inn. And yeah, we'll spend the night. That'll hopefully get Locklear and Owen up to their full. Close enough. Alright. I think I missed some interesting text in there. I thought it was always the same, but evidently not, because I just noticed somebody shouting about money pouches, so... Hopefully that doesn't mean we've lost our money. No, we're fine. Alright, let's talk to this house. Locklear pushed open that wooden door. No one has lived here in some time, he said, looking around the empty room. Alright. Next house is larger. Owen tried the door. The building appears to have been abandoned. They locked up after themselves, he said. Think we should take a shot at opening it up? Yes, I do. Locklear, you know what to do. Nice work. Lock was simple. Place is abandoned, Goroth said, looking around the room. Maybe the occupants left something behind we can use. Let's have a look. Oh. Horn of Algan Cocoon. Eustace left 6. Reinforced at the bell. This is like a hunting horn. Reinforced at the bell and mouthpiece with brass collars, Locklear struggled to imagine the beast from which the horn had been harvested. While possible it had come from a mature dragon, no man alive would dare fight such a creature for so trivial a trophy. Puzzling, too, were the dog shapes carved on the horn. So this is a combat item which you can use to summon a dog to fight for you, which is lovely. It's only got 6 uses, and as I recall, it sells for a lot of money, so we're just gonna sell it, because I don't think we really need help fighting, and I don't like to see dogs fighting, so it's a win-win. Let's check out the shop. A bell rang. No sooner had Locklear managed to get the door open than he found the shopkeeper was escorting him inside. Hamel's Pawn. Shop was littered with cast-offs, forgotten trinkets, and lost items which few would want or need to reclaim. Here it seemed that tarnish and rust were the things that were prized, the items to which they clung of only secondary value. Let's see what they got. They got a ring of Brander, they got a bunch of keys, armor's hammer, practice loot, love that. It'd be fun, it would be hilarious to get Goroth up to 100, but it wouldn't really help us at all, so. Shovel, whetstone, just kind of your usual supplies. I wonder if they buy weapons. I'm gonna guess no. Yeah, he's not gonna buy weapons from us. That's too bad. Would he buy the horn? He would not buy the horn. Alright, I don't think we have anything to sell to him nor to buy from him, as our armorer's hammer is just fine and we have more whetstones than we know what to do with. Alright then. Nice shop though. And we got one more house in town to talk to. The house was not in good repair. Dark green moss covered parts of the door and was visible in several large patches on the front slats. Locklear's attention returned to the door as it slowly swung open. A foul, musty smell filled the air as an elderly woman appeared in the doorway. She was dressed in a tattered shawl and wore a different shoe on each gnarled foot. You one of them shadow people? I hate them shadow people, she croaked. Croaked. You one of them shadow people? I hate them shadow people, she croaked. Her look of contempt suddenly turned to fear. They're everywhere, you know, could be slipping to my door right now. The thought obviously terrified her, and without warning she disappeared into the house, slamming the door. I wonder if she's talking about Nighthawks. I don't think we've seen any of them yet, but they wear all black like ninjas, and they are very sneaky, also like ninjas. They're an assassin's guild. We talked about them a bit because we saw them mentioned on a note that we found. Preoccupation had dulled his senses, aware as if someone had thrown water over him during a pleasant dream. Locklear grabbed Goroth's shoulders. Don't move. Something very not right about the ground before us. I think a successful scouting roll would have warned us about this trap, but I should have known it from the body. There was a corpse ahead that I was going to go check out, but that's why. It's because there's a trap here. Guy obviously ran afoul of the trap. So close to town, too. Alright, this one is a little more complicated. Oh, I'm very glad that I turned this grid on, because you'll see there's a triangle this time formed by the lightning traps, and the third one is hidden behind a movable object, which is kind of tricky. Alright, I think I know what to do here. So we got 2 flame projectors. They're both aimed at one of the 3 lightning traps. Okay, so I think to start we need to push the transparent trapezoid crystal in front of the one flame projector on the left, which will deactivate this lightning rod. And then we can send somebody in, once that one's deactivated, to push the other trapezoid to block the flame projector, and then we can get through. So it's going to be a little tricky, but I think I've got it. So we'll send Locklear over here first. Gorth and Owen can just hang out. Okay, we want Locklear right there. Good. Alright, now let's push this and destroy the lightning rod. Nice, that worked. Locklear now in chill, or Gorth now in chill. Okay, now I gotta be careful here. So I want to send Locklear over there. No. Okay, I'm gonna put him right here. To the left of the trapezoid. So now we'll push the crystal one square. And then push it another square. Okay. And then we can position him like so, to the south of it. And he can push it now in the way of the other flame projector. Good, and that blocks it, leaving a one square wide path that Locklear can now go through and get us through the trap. They sighed in collective relief. We're through it, I think, Locklear said, but be on your guard, there may be other traps. Nicely done, my friends. Let's see if we can search this body now. Owen looked for supplies. A key and a little bit of silver. Just a peasant's key, not something we're likely to use all that much. And alright, well, as we head north out of 10 errors, I think we're going to call it for the evening. Thank you so much for watching episode 10 of Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor. Already hit double digits, amazing. Gonna be a long time before we hit triple digits, but this game is very long, so I would not be surprised if we get there, especially at the rate that I play. Alright, thanks everybody, I'll see you next time. I have been Live Overdrive, this has been Betrayal at Krondor, and you have been lovely. Goodbye.